Hey, fourth grade, welcome back. Last week we worked on our portraits and you guys turned them in, and now today we are going to continue working on our portraits. Today we are going to be adding hair to our heads if you didn't do that yet. And then we are going to be working on some lettering, okay? Some letter design and how we can change the way our letters look to make them have more of an artistic feel or make them unique to you. So your job today is to grab your picture from before, and we are gonna finish adding a little bit more detail like the hair and the outlining here, and then I want you to think of 4 words that describe you, okay? 4 words that make you unique, things that describe you. So what I put on this one was creative, a good friend, fun, and smart. What are 4 things that describe you? Maybe you could ask someone in your family, hey, how would you describe me? And maybe they could give you some good ideas. So get those 4 words in your mind, grab a pencil and or on a practice sheet, grab an eraser, grab something to outline your person with, and if you don't have anything to outline your person with, we can use pencil, we'll just darken it up. And what do I want to say? A whiteboard, if you want to be able to practice the lettering on the whiteboard. All right. Alrighty, so we are ready to add hair and add on the rest of our details. So if you want to go right onto your person, and if you feel comfortable making hair right on them with your pencil, you can go right ahead. If you want to practice it first, you could make your head on this side and then practice, oh, you can really see that. Practice what you want your hair to look like. I try to draw my hair as a shape first, and I draw the way it looks on my forehead first. So it usually comes from where your ears are, and does it go all the way around here? I do that shape if hair is pulled back in a ponytail, because the pony is behind your head. Okay, so it might look similar to that. If you have shorter hair, you might have this line here, but then if your hair is wavy, the top line might be wavy to simulate that curly texture of your hair. So I didn't need to go in and actually make every single curl. I just was able to create this curly shape on top of the head. If you have straight hair on the top of your head, kind of put straighter hair on this person over here. I did the hairline, so maybe they have just some little pieces. I kind of just did it with little strokes here. And then the top of the head, maybe it's just a little bit of a ziggy-zaggy line to make it look more like hair and less like a helmet. So you can add in the little hair pieces. Okay, so let's make a little bit of a bigger head here so you can see. So hair usually comes down to the ears. Maybe your hair is tall and it stands up off of your head. You could have it go up like that. Maybe it's on your forehead down here like this, and then you could erase the headline because now your hair is in front of it, right? Maybe you have a part on your head. So you have your head shape, you add your ears, and then maybe if you have a part, the part comes on your forehead a little, goes down to your ear, down to your ear, like that. So I put a part there in my hair. And then maybe your hair is long and it comes down. Maybe it comes from this part and it's really curly. And you could even add in those texture lines like that. So you have to decide what your hair looks like. And definitely when you are making the shape of your hair, if your hair is straight, make the shape of your hair with straight lines. If the shape of your hair, or if your hair is curly, make the shape have a little bit more of a wavy line. Okay, and that'll help get the realistic texture of your hair. Alrighty, So on this person, this person has straight hair, and so we'll do curly on this person. All right, so we're gonna put some curly texture lines, so it's sort of a bumpy texture line. We're gonna take it down to the ear here. This person has their hair kind of parted. And it's pretty curly, so I'm bringing it down here. And now I can erase out that headline. And so if your hair is short, you would leave it just like that. Might come up a little bit farther here. You can make it a little taller on the head. Sometimes it just takes stepping back and looking at it and saying, oh, I think that head looks a little bit too short, and then I make it a little taller here. Okay. And then I think this person is going to have kind of like in there, and I'm just kind of putting some little texture lines in, but that would probably be best to do with my color. When I add in the color of this person's hair, the texture lines would be great to do that with the crayon or the colored pencil or the marker that you're using. Okay, so we've added in hair, had a couple options of different types of short hair, different types of long hair, and then also, we didn't really say if it was up, but if it's up, you're just gonna put that line there, and then maybe you could see a ponytail in the back if you wanted it to be in a pony. Or I've also seen people put the pony on the side and have it come around the front of the person's hair if you really wanna show it. I have that on this one. So you'll have to decide how you want your hair to look in your picture. Alrighty. Okay, cool, so we have that. Now I'm just gonna darken up the lines that I do like. So I'm keeping in my eyebrows. So darken up the lines you like. You can do that with pencil or you can do that with a skinny Sharpie, whatever you prefer. I am going to use a skinny Sharpie. If you don't have that, go ahead and do it with pencil and just really darken it up good like this. And then you can erase out those lines you don't like. Maybe I'll just do it with pencil. All right, now my person is all filled in with dark lines, and you could have done that with a Sharpie, or you could have done that with the colored pen or the pencil. And so I have them both outlined. Okay, now I'm ready to add the details on this side. And so what you're gonna do is come down about halfway down the picture and put a little dot here, right next to the person's head. And you're gonna make a curvy line going up to the very top of the picture, and a curvy line coming down here to the bottom, okay? And then I'm going to section it off with some more curvy lines. So a curvy line, another curvy line. 1, 2, 3. Ah, I want 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, cool. Now it doesn't look exactly the same as this one, so don't worry exactly what that looks like. Now is the fun part. We are gonna fill in our words in here. And I like my words to be, oh, this is a little blurry, I'm sorry about that. I like my words to take shape of the actual space that I've created here. So that's pretty fun to do. So let's say one of our words is athletic. Okay, so you want to take the word athletic and then see if you can make it look a little bit more interesting, add a little bit of design to it. So maybe on your letters, you're going to put details on the tips of the lines. And right here, I'm just putting little lines at the tips. Everywhere a letter ends, I added a little line. You could do that with many things. You could do dots, right? You could make it into little triangles. I like this one. And fill them in so your line gets wide at the ends. Oh, you can barely see it, sorry. But whatever you choose, use it the whole way through that word. So if you're going to choose these, then continue it the whole way. This I have both to show you, but okay. Maybe you want to try a bubble letter or a block letter. So that's when you take the letter that you want to make, and if it has no shape in it, this doesn't have any shape, it's just a line, you're just going to outline around it to make the block letter, and then just erase the line on the inside. If it has a shape, like a letter with a space here, a closed shape, like this has a half circle in it, then it's a little trickier to do it. You still outline around the outside edge, and then inside of that closed shape, you outline around the inside edge. And then you've created your block letter. Okay, so you could try turning your letters into block letters. You could turn them into bubble letters. A bubble letter, make the line first, the regular letter, outline around, and when you get to points, anywhere there's a corner here, you make it rounded. Rounded around the point, rounded around the corners. Still outline inside of there, so that your R looks bubblier, not as block as that one. Okay, let's try another one. Around it, back up. All of my corners all are rounded on a bubble letter. All right, so see if you can add a little whimsy and interest to your letters. I like to fill up the space like I was saying before, so I'm gonna try and do that right here. I'll show you. So I start with my word down here, and maybe I write my A really small because that's how big of a space I have. And then maybe I'll have the T get a little bigger if I'm writing athletic. My H is getting bigger. It's best to do it lightly so you can see if you have enough space. Or maybe I'll make this down here a little so you can see the T. Isn't that kind of neat? It's like she's kind of yelling out the word athletic. And if I wanted to make it cool, maybe I'm gonna add an extra line. Maybe in here I'm going to need something kind of not super long. I'll save my longest word for in this space because it's a lot bigger. Maybe in this space I'll write I'm just going to write courageous. I'm not positive on how to end the word courageous. Let's check before I write it on here. See if it has an E in it or not. It does, okay. I wasn't sure if it was just E-O or just O-U-S. Think I can fit it? O-U-S. Oh, look how neat that looks. Filled into that. That's a cool word, courageous. Do you take risks? Are you courageous? Sometimes you have to do things that take courage because they're the right thing to do. Okay, let's put in here. Let's do curly letters. So I'm making regular letters, but at every end I'm adding a curl. Can you tell what I wrote? That's hard to read. Funny, it says. Okay, and then how about here? We write I'm not going to be able to fit my word. Let's see if I can. I fit it, but I don't know if anyone can read it. It says talented. So maybe you have a secret talent that you want to, that maybe you're a great, you know, at musical instruments, or I'm going to add some curly cues over here. If you want to add anything special, you can. Alrighty, so I have added my words about me, my 4 character traits, and I outlined my person. We are ready for coloring in next week. Alrighty, I hope you had fun making your character trait words and making them whimsical and fun and artistic. So we are getting close to finishing our project. We have our character traits on there. We have our outlined person in either pencil like this one, or in crayon in this one, or if you wanted to do it with Sharpie, that's great too if you have Sharpie. And then, okay, so next class, we are going to color these in together. I'm gonna show you a couple different techniques of how to use crayon or colored pencil to make your portrait look. All right, I can't wait to see this part of your project. So you could also, if you are still working on this and you weren't ready to show it to me, you could also show me your lettering practice, okay? So we're practicing letters and we're getting them on here for this week. So, all right, thanks for watching.